Ooh, the diadem of the giant kings. An artifact of singularly unimpressive power. My former master, known as the Priest King, used to wear it as a symbol of his authority. His head looked like a carrot with a silver belt wrapped around it. But it certainly provided him with all the qualities you'd expect of an elderly authority figure. Stuffiness, a great love of his own voice, and the inability to control his bowels. The last time I saw his face, I was tumbling down into the dregs. It was right before he went north to do battle with his half-breed son, Tyrus. I checked the northern battlefield. Someone has probably smelled him. Oh, I liked her. The Witch Queen of Lemuria was powerful and beautiful, and not opposed to the occasional orgy. I remember some of the rituals she performed. Writhing naked upon the altar of Dagon, while her followers gave themselves over to the rites of ecstasy. Oh God, those blood-soaked moments. I remember her grip on my haft. Oh, stiff and unyielding to a sorceress ministry. Oh, sorry, forgive me. Now, if you need her mask, I can only imagine it will not be far from her palace. Her people built a city in the eastern swamplands. We should visit it. Now, the Priest King had an inordinate fondness for blood sport. I mean, you'd think a creature that spent his days elbow-deep in tentacles, eyeballs, and severed limbs would tire of violence. In any case, he used to put his bastard half-son in battles in the arena. It was all a bit of a joke, you know. Tyrus was a lot bigger than all the other humans, and so naturally, he excelled. But he was awarded the Star of the Champion by the Triumvirat. And the War Maker, well, truth be told, he was a little put out about the success of the Priest King's son. So he put his pet dragon up against the boy. And just when you thought the bastard's luck had finally run out, he ripped off his own horn and jammed it into his brain by way of an eye socket. "Oh, salute thee, noble beast," he said, and he pinned the Star of the Champion to the creature before giving up his gladiator career forever. Sickeningly noble bastard, but he knew how to please a crowd, so I'll give him that. Huh? Well, you need the tears of two races? Well, there's only one place you can find that mix. Tyros, the half-breed, part giant king, part human. It's not a right to pick, know what I mean? Anyway, making him cry, that's something else. I mean, I heard later on he was called Kin Scourge and Death Bringer. Why, the other side, of course. Some people just don't know how to lose a war gracefully. Well, best bet is to find out if there was anyone he loved. Heroes like to bawl when their loved ones get a finger or two ripped off. Just saying. Yeah, well, this one is rather embarrassing. Now, the Priest King asked me for a weapon to use against the humans who were invading their lands. The Witch Queen had just unleashed a powerful spell that tore up half the north and left a boiling crater in the land. He was getting desperate. So, I suggested this. A sorcery of the old world that calls forth a primal elemental and imprisons it. I thought he would use it to blast the Witch Queen with fire or something, but instead, he captures a storm elemental and imprisons it in the Scourge Stone. And then he gave it to the War Maker to use as he saw fit. Now, I know the War Maker crushed it as part of his ritual. Now, you're wondering why the exiled lands went from green and lush to arid desert? Look no further. I don't know, follow the sandstorm? Something had to stop it moving further east after all. This is a dangerous line of questioning. You should forget that you ever heard of that object. It would be better for you in the long run. So it comes to this. I've enjoyed our travels. But if you remember the terms of our agreement, I was only to serve until I found my true master. Behold, the last remnant of the Serpent Man. I was a gift to the Giant Kings, to advise and to teach, to betray. I whispered to the Priest King when he cursed his only child and turned the war against his people. I whispered to the War Maker, and he unleashed the sandstorm that turned their fertile lands to arid desert. I whispered to the Archivist, and he activated the curse wall, trapping the humans forever. And I whispered to you. You brought me home. The seven maple was gone, but their hatred for your kind burned strong. Though his name be forgotten, all your cursed race must pay for the crimes of the King Cole of Atlantis. You will be cleansed